if I already did an introduction to this, so I'm gonna do an introduction. I'm just so happy to be back. Like, this is like such a creative like thing to do. I don't know, I just feel like I'm finally back in like my element, you know? I know I'm still new to this, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I wish I was able to do this more during the summer, but I mean, there's just some elements that I couldn't really control. So I'm back now, and we're just gonna move on. So as usual, I'm using my Naked Skin Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. And this is in the color Fair Neutral, because I'm pale as... I'm just really pale. And there's one of that right there. And I'm taking a damp beauty blender and just going to town. And also use, this might be like totally overdoing it, but you know, I'm always one to overdo everything I do. That should be, okay, that's like my new saying or something. Anyway, I'm using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Gonna make sure those eyeshadows look nice and vibrant on thy lid. Finally, last step, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation in the color in Free. And I'm just taking any old brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's like $3, so pretty bomb. I'm just placing that right over where I just put the concealer and the primer. Okay, so now I'm taking my Morphe M441 brush as well as my Makeup Geek Barcelona Beach, but first I'm gonna put some tape back on because I had forgotten to do the concealer before. I'm just like a mess. It's okay, we're doing this one step at a time. Putting that right on the corner of my eye after I place and pull off the tape on the back of my hand a few times, just to make sure it's not going to damage the sensitive sensitive eye area. And now I'm just taking Barcelona Beach, big fluffy Morphe brush, and just focusing that right into my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Morphe M4 Free brush. It's kind of flat, so you can really focus into that, into that crease of your eye. And I'm going to go ahead... What did I use last time? Yes, okay. I'm going to go ahead and take my... It would be so much easier if this had names to it, but it doesn't. It's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brown from my Morphe Free 5T palette. So just going to dip that right in there. It's kind of like a purpley brown, and it's what I want today. So I'm going to start working that into the outer corner of my eye, and then bringing it more towards the inner. Not trying to go above that crease too much. I'm just trying to blend it into that crease only, pretty much. Okay, so after I've blended as much as I can with that brush, I'm going to go back in with the brush I just used before. Since I've blended most of the color into the crease already, I can kind of go above just to make sure that color is nice and blended. I'm going to take a more precise, kind of flat brush. Let's see if I can find it. Yes, here we go. And this I just got from Sephora. It came in like a pack, so it doesn't really have a number or a name to it. But it's just like a precise, flat brush, as you can see. And I'm going to go back into that with that brown, and I'm just going to take that right into my inner corner. And I'm going to blend it in that kind of crease, inner corner area. Take another one of my favorite Makeup Geek shadows, which is Bitten. Thank goodness I've used it in a lot of videos because it is honestly just so pretty. It's just, when I'm looking for like a nice color in my crease, this is the shadow I go to because it works in the crease. It's not too much, but it's also just kind of like fun and a little pop of color as well as a little dark, you know? So I'm going to use a very precise blending crease brush thingamajigger. Man, I really need to know the terms. And it's going to go in with that Bitten. And this, I'm going to be very careful to make sure it's only in my crease. That's done. I'm going to go back in with the more precise Morphe brush I used before. It's kind of flat, just so I can kind of blend that color just into my crease. Again, I really don't want to go too far above my crease with this color, or else I'm going to look like I had a black eye. So I'm going to go back into my... It's not popping up, is it? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back into my Morphe palette, and I got some concealer. That, lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm gonna go back and take my MAC 242 brush and this pink right here. It's metallic pink. Really make sure it's all over my brush. Then I'm gonna take some MAC Fix Plus, spray it, shake it out a bit, and then take it directly onto the middle of my eye. Okay, so I'm running out of this one, but I love the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. Looks like this. You can get it at any drugstore. Although I went to Target yesterday to get more, and they were completely out, which was a bummer. But it's okay, I have enough for today. Let's not worry. And I use the Morphe E38 brush. I'm gonna first just go along that tape line, and then I'm going to start connecting to that. So I'll just go along my lash line, and then I'll bring it across to fill in. Now I'm going to take my Better Sex mascara as well as my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara, and I'm just going to quickly coat that top lash. So I'm going to take some eyelash adhesive as well as, wow, I wish I had the box. Oh, they're like Ardell lashes, I think they're called. I'll link it down below. I'll find out, don't worry. But they're number 117. I forgot what the name is, maybe like Natural Glam, something like that. I will put that down below, don't worry. And I'm just gonna take some glue and just follow that bottom. Alright, so I'm gonna start by using my fingers. Then I take some tweezers and just start placing them the way I want them to be placed. Alright, so once I got placed the way I wanted to place, it took a little while just because I'm not great at lashes. I'm not a lash pro. I'm gonna go back in with some of this Carbon Black mascara and just make sure that they are kind of blending with one another. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit more eyeliner just to make sure that you can't see that glue. Alright, I'm gonna go on to primer. That was a weird way to say it. I'm gonna start out with my Becca Backlight priming filter. Okay. So I just like to start with this. It's gonna give me some glowy looking skin under that foundation. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm just making a mess of my life right now. Again, I'm going to use another primer because we've already established just how high maintenance I am. So I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I'm only going to take a little bit because I just like to put it right in the center of my nose as well as my chin. That's all I use this for. because those are my problem areas. I'm gonna go ahead and go with my foundation, and this is the foundation I've been using nonstop lately. I'm almost out, but I have another one, don't worry. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, and it's in the color 115. Now I'm gonna take my Morphe brush, which is the Morphe M439 brush. This is the best foundation brush ever. So I just like to spray that once with some MAC Fix Plus. And then I start blending this foundation. Been a little while, so instead of going back to dampen the sponge in a sink, I'm gonna go ahead and just spray it a bit with my MAC Fix Plus, because that's what happens when I'm lazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my under eye concealer, and this is the so this is a Tarte creaseless concealer in the color Fair, I believe. It doesn't have the color name on it, but probably the most fair one there is, because let's be real. I've used this in a video before. I've actually fallen in love with this. I think it's an awesome concealer. It took me a while to get used to that thickness, but now that I've just been using it a lot, I think it's awesome. I only put it right under those eyes though. I don't do like a triangle, because I'll go back in with my Naked Skin concealer to kind of get that whole triangle area covered. But for now, I just go right under those eyes because this is so thick. It'll look like cakey and chalky in seconds. So first, I just dab it right in that under eye area with a brush. I would not suggest blending this out with another brush. I would either use your finger or a beauty blender, just because, again, this is so thick that you have to be careful with how you kind of blend it out. Okay, so now that's done. I'm going to take my Naked Skin Weightless Concealer, again in Fair Neutral, in case you forgot, and I'm going to go ahead and get the side of my nose and that entire under eye area. The concealer and foundation. Now I'm going to take some powder, and this is the RCMA No Color Powder, and I just put it in a little old makeup cap. And I'm taking my e.l.f. Where'd it go? My e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. Once again, I'm just going to take some of this powder and go right under that eye area, and I'm patting, not swiping. Take my beauty blender, once again, I'm going to really press that into the powder. I'm going to press this right under my eyes, because we're going to do a bit of baking. I'm going to go ahead and contour. And I think I want to use, yes, I want to use my Hoola Benefit Bronzer today. And I'm going to blend that into my face with my Morphe M523 brush. So now I'm just going to take some of that RCMA No Color Powder once again. And I'm just going to use this wedge sponge thingamajigga that I got for like $2 at any old drugstore, and I'm just gonna put that in my little pile of no color powder. I'm gonna put that right under those hollows of my cheeks, so like right there. I'm also gonna put that right on my chin. Just to make sure that's also a little baking. I'm gonna use my favorite blush, which is the Benefit Dandelion. It's like a baby pink. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite blush for my skin tone. I wear it like every day, basically. And I'm going to take this giant fluffy brush. I don't know where it's from. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe what's under my eyes off, because that has been there longer than the things on anywhere else. And I'm taking my MAC Emphasize, which is this, with my Morphe M438 brush to wipe it from under my eyes. I'm gonna go in with Bitten as well as that dark brown I used from my Morphe palette, because I don't want straight up I don't want straight up red right into my eye area, but I also want to still bring that color into that lower lash line. So I'm going to take this very precise flat brush from Morphe, which is this. And I'm just going to take some of that brown from that Morphe palette first, which was right here. Ah! Oh man, I think I got some purple. Okay, we're okay. And I'm gonna go right under, right at that lash line, I mean. Of course, I'm not trying to blend with this brush. That's not, I'm just placing the powder on that lower lash line first, and then I'll go back in with another brush to blend it out. But I just like this because it can get really close to that waterline, and make sure this looks a little more, you know, blended. Okay, I'm gonna stop like a little more than halfway, and then I'm going to take a small round blending brush. I believe this is from e.l.f. Yes, it is. It's like this small. I'm gonna take some of that Bitten onto my brush. I want to make sure I don't have too much though, so I'm gonna kind of tap it out. Then I like to use another brush that doesn't have any product on it anymore, which is this just flat Sephora brush I have. And I'm just gonna blend a bit more. Use this one. This is an e.l.f. professional concealer brush. I don't really see it as a concealer brush though. It's very small, very precise, and I'm just gonna take some MAC Nylon right into that inner corner. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and line that lower waterline with my Nars pencil eyeliner. I'm going to go back in with that flat brush by Morphe, which by the way is the M432. I forgot if I said it or not. And then I'm going to use my Makeup Geek black shadow, and this is the color Corrupt. Finally, we're going to put some mascara on, and I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara for that lower lash line. First, I'm going to get rid of this forehead so I don't have any fallout onto my eyebrows when I try to brush that away. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a brush and start going back and forth. And I'm taking some MAC Emphasize as well, just to kind of put that in the middle of my forehead as well. And I want to take some of that MAC Nylon again, and I'm using my Morphe M501 brush to pop that onto my cheekbones. This has been my favorite way for a highlight now, since this is like an intense highlight. I love it. And pop that around to my nose. just on the end. I don't like to put it all over. And then keep its bow. For a cool tone look like this, I also like to go in with Becca Pearl, just because it's my favorite highlight and I just like it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I use the Morphe M165 brush and Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow stuff in the color Taupe. I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe U4 brush to wipe away the powder that's left. And I'm going to go ahead and spray down my face with Urban Decay makeup setting spray as per usual. And then I'll go ahead and finish my lips. Okay, so for lip, I decided to go with my NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the color Toasted Marshmallow. So I hope you enjoyed this video makeup tutorial. I don't have a name for it yet, and it's probably going to keep me up at night trying to figure that one out. It's purpley, pinkish, smoky. Purple pink smoke. No, I don't know. I will forever try to figure that one out though, but I will, and I will upload this video after many months. I think it's been like 4 months now. It's like the end of summer and I'm finally uploading a video. You guys don't know the struggle I have been through though trying to upload a video. I wanted to switch something more high def. Because the quality of my last video camera was killing me inside. I just couldn't stand it anymore. So, but then this one came with so many complications, and then my light stand broke, and then my memory card wouldn't plug into my computer, and just let go of the anger, let go of the anger. But here I am, finally back again with a working camera. I swear to God, if this doesn't download on my computer, I'm going to lose my mind. Because I spent like all day here, all day. But yes, I will probably have time to upload a few more videos, but then I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to go off to school. Yikes. So then I'll figure out what to do then. I really don't want to let this go because just being here again and having like my creativity flow, that's so cheesy sounding, but it's so true. Like just sitting here and being able to do whatever I want on my flipping face. It's just fun. Like, I don't know. So I'm praying to God that I can figure out something, because I'm with YouTube. Like I'm not at that age yet where I had to go figuring out my life, like seriously. Like maybe I am. Whoops. Well, we're just gonna push off responsibilities a little further then. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This was all very different from my regular ones, not only because the quality is different, but I talked through it instead of doing a voiceover. Let me know how you like that. If you hate it, let me know so I can change it. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. I hope I will be able to see you soon. I'm not gonna make any promises because I know 3 months ago I was like, I'm gonna make so many videos, and then like, boom, out the door. I know. So yes, if you did like this video, please comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe because I'd really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.